Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a really powerful idea, something that can totally change your career. It's all about professional development. So, let's start with this. Think about it. Never stopping learning. It's more than just a good habit, right? In the world we live in today, it's basically a superpower. Seriously, it's what keeps you sharp, relevant, and helps you really stand out. Okay, so here's what we've got on the agenda. We'll look at why learning is your superpower, what professional development actually means, different ways you can grow, how your company can pitch in, and how it all creates this awesome partnership where everybody wins. All right, let's jump right in. Think about today's workplace. Things change so fast, don't they? The skills you have right now, well, they might not cut it tomorrow. With tech and everything else moving at lightning speed, if you're standing still, you're actually falling behind. So this term professional development, what is it really? And why does it matter so much, not just for you, but for your company too? Let's get into it. At its core, it's pretty simple. It's just this ongoing process of adding new tools to your professional toolkit. Every workshop, every new skill you pick up, that's another tool in your belt, ready to help you build an even better career. And here's the really cool part. This isn't just about you. It's not a one-way street. When you grow, it creates this awesome cycle where everybody wins. You, your team, the whole company. For you as an employee, the benefits are just massive. And yeah, we're talking about promotions and maybe more money, sure, but it's so much more than that. It's about feeling confident, happy in your job, and knowing your career is solid, future-proof. And for the company, this investment pays off big time. A team that's always learning isn't just getting more done, they're coming up with new, better ideas. And when people feel like their company has their back and is investing in them, they stick around. That's a huge competitive advantage right there. Okay, so that all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? Well, the most successful people out there, they don't wait around for someone to tell them what to do. They take charge of their own learning. One super effective way to learn is with other people. And hey, you could be the one to get it started. It shows you've got initiative and helps build this great vibe of learning together. Just imagine this. A group of data analysts decide to do a lunch and learn every week. They could dig into a new tool like Tableau and take turns showing off cool new tricks they've figured out. Not only does everyone learn way faster, but it's also amazing for team spirit. Another path you can take is looking for opportunities outside of work. This really shows that you're passionate about what you do and you're willing to put in the time to get better. So let's say a graphic designer signs up for a weekend workshop on UX/UI design. That's user experience and user interface design. They walk away with a super valuable new skill, and it just proves they're serious about keeping up with the latest trends. All right, and what if you want to officially prove you know your stuff? Certifications are perfect for that. Think of them as an official stamp that says, yep, this person is an expert. Take an HR professional, for instance. They might decide to get their SHRM-CP certification. That's a big deal in the world of human resources. Passing that exam, well, it tells any employer out there that you're operating at a really high level. Okay, so your own drive is absolutely crucial. But let's be real, having a company that supports you can make a huge difference. The best places to work, they don't just sit back and hope you grow. They actively help you do it. And how do they do that? Well, they might offer a budget for classes, or actually set aside time for learning during work hours. They could set up mentorship programs with senior staff, and of course, they recognize and reward people when they pick up new skills. Some companies even build this idea of time for learning right into their structure. You've probably heard of the most famous example, which is all about this number, 20%. We're talking about Google's 20% time policy. It basically lets employees spend about a day a week on side projects they're passionate about. Imagine that. That kind of freedom is an incredible way to learn something new, and you'd be amazed at the innovations that come out of it. So when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway? It's that professional development really works its magic when it's a true partnership. When it's not just the employee and not just the employer, but both working together. I mean, that's the dream scenario, right? You've got employees who are hungry to learn, and you've got companies that are excited to provide the support and resources for that to happen. When you get that match, wow, you create this unstoppable cycle of success where literally everyone wins. So that brings us to the final question, a question for you. Now that you get it, you see the power of always learning, you know some of the ways to do it, what's the first step you're going to take? What's that one small thing you can do, maybe even today, to start unlocking your workplace superpower?